Well, GM, G to the M. Great morning, my friends, DJs, Diamond Hand fam, Forge and Fuel crew, super soldiers, one percenters, pioneers, pivoters, pursuers, builders, brothers and sisters, hermanos y hermanas, mamas y papas, anyone I may have left out and anyone in between. Welcome back and welcome into your favorite way to start the day. It's time to get fired up at Forge and Fuel, baby. That's right, we're live in prime time for the 579th episode here on this beautiful Tuesday morning, and it is October the 1st, 2024, and there's only way we can start this show. D's, hit me with that Bone Thugs, baby. Ooh, it's the first of the month. Ooh, it's the first of the month. Bone Thugs and Harmony telling you right now, live in prime time. And I am your humbled, honored, and clearly always hyped host, Colton Cap Sroka. And I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my guys, and dive into some motivational and inspirational rabbit holes unlike any other. Now, before we go any further, before we do a little inspirating and motivating, before we get fired up for this day, I must humbly ask each and every one of you to please take a moment, if you haven't already, and Smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you are currently ingesting the Forge and Fuel podcast on. If you are on YouTube, hit that bad boy right over here, as well as the notification bell right over yonder. And you might as well hit that like button too. Hey, if this show makes you laugh, makes you cry, makes you think, makes you go, ooh, I never thought of it that way before. Well, don't be a hoe. Share the show. Let the people know. Put it out on the timeline. And if you're listening to Forge and Fuel on your favorite podcast directory, maybe Spotify, maybe Apple, maybe Amazon Music, well, hey, we'd love if you followed us over there too, and maybe give us a rating. Those 5 stars certainly help us grow this show, and all that other stuff helps us grow this show too, don't you know? It only helps me and the co-host with the mo-host, the one and only, who's to say, who's to know, make this show and all shows that fall under the DHMGXGACC umbrella bigger and better for each and every one of you. But my friends, speaking of the co-host with the mo-host, we better bring him in, because today he's got a little bit of a hard eye. He's only going to be with us for the first hour. So we better bring in the owner of the Grandpa Ape Country Club, the lead pro on the GACC Greens, professional DJ, PLP pusher, purveyor of positive vibes, curator of high-level energies, crackerjack consultant, the president of St. Louis, Missouri, our traveling man, always getting on a tin can, not this week and not in a foreign land, in my backyard, the one, the only, with an emphasis on the one. He's DJ Swirl One. Great morning over there, Swirl One. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Good morning. Happy October. It's spooky season. Keep your pumpkin spice. I'm going to go ahead and keep it all black. That's how I like my coffee. I like my liquor straight, all that stuff. Don't put none of those fillers in there. That's how life is. Yeah. Hey, can't wait till I can get an actual cup that actually has something on it. I should start writing something on these as messages when I go to the hotel.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Good idea. Look at that.
Hey.
Put it on the bottom so when I take that sip, you know what I mean? It might just show up. So, hey.
That's even better.
Hey, I woke up this morning a little bit earlier than usual, so I'm ready. I got my brains going. Things are happening. I'm telling you. Heading back to the HQ today, but I am looking forward to an amazing show to get this thing started off. It is the first of the month. You've got like 90 days till the end of the year. What are you going to do with it? Hey, I know this is a great way to start. If you're going to do anything, October starts here. This is the new you that starts right now. So, hey, as you can see, I'm dressed and ready. Look at that college face. I'm ready to go, man. We're going to have a good day. Guys, turn it up. Hit that like button, subscribe, post, whatever all the things that are out there. There's a million things. Share the show. So tell somebody, hey, you know what's even better? You wake up and you go around somebody and somebody says, man, I just can't start my day. It's been a really rough day. Oh, you know what you should do? There's this great podcast that I start with in the morning. It's called Forge and Fuel. Here, let me do a favor. Let me send you the link real quick. You can go right into Apple Music or Spotify and do it that way. And you know what that person might do? Wow, I haven't heard about this. And you know what they could do? They could press play right then and start changing their lives. So you could be the catalyst. Just saying. Let's go, Cap. Let's make it happen.
What a mind-blowing proposition. Shout out to you, Swirl One. Somebody needs a solid way to start their day. All you got to do is send them a link, baby.
Hey, I remember we didn't even have links. People would be like, oh, you have a podcast? How do you find the podcast? Well, it's kind of funny. And you're going to have to follow me and then keep an eye out. Watch out for the treasure map. And then, yeah.
There's no real archive. Ooh, that anime. Wow, I like that. I like that a lot. There's no real archive. You know, how's your little podcast doing? Oh, it's doing well. Little podcast doing great. Who's to say? Who's to know? 579 episodes into this damn show. Where you been? Don't you say? Don't you know? Hey, we're here. We're live in prime time, ready to go. Hey, Deez, hit me with that Bone Thugs one more time. That was some good shit. Give me that. Come on. It just feels good. Come on.
I'm raising the roof for you, bro.
Let them shoulders bounce. Ooh, feeling good right there. Okay, my friends, you know it. It's October the 1st, 2024. Swirl One's got a hard out in about an hour, so let's dive in, my friends. We still got a full show. I'll still be with you for the Reaction Refinery, Answers from the Anvil, all the good stuff. So let's not hesitate. Let's not delay. Let's get this proverbial show train steaming towards Change Station, the only way we know how, with the first segment of the day. That sharpening session. Alrighty then, my friends, let's dive right in. If you saw the title of the show, you saw Just Say Yes. Just say yes. Where are we going this morning? Well, going to a few places, but in order to get there, I got to tell you a story first. And I got to take you all the way back to my high school days. See, I was a senior at Oak Valley High School. Go Timberwolves one time for the one time. Shout out my guy, Matt Schoaf, one of the best principals in the damn game. That guy has taken that school from here when I went there to here when I went back and visited. Deezy saw it. Deezy threw the claps. He saw it. Deezy went back and visited. The school has completely changed since I went there. But that's besides the point. Just wanted to give my alma mater a little shout out. However, I was at a basketball game my senior year. I wasn't playing, or I had just got done with school, graduated. I don't remember exactly what was happening, but I wasn't playing. And I was at the game. It might have been a girls' basketball game. And a bunch of us guys were sitting around, talking shop, shooting the shit. Some of us were going to college. Some of us were finishing our last years. It was just like all the jocks, right? I was always playing sports. I was in baseball, football, basketball, whatever. I was always doing something. And there was this one kid. I won't say his name because who's to say, who's to know? I don't want to put him on the spot. But there's this one kid I always looked up to. He was a senior when I was a freshman. And him and this other cat, they would always just give me shit and sometimes give me little tips to life. And like, I just really looked up to these guys, right? And they just had the most contagious laughs and they were always positive. And anything they would say, I would just listen to them. So we're sitting at this basketball game and old buddy taps me on the back. He says, "Hey, Stroker." I said, "Yeah, what's up, man?" He said, "You going to college, right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going to college." He said, "All right. That being the case, I'm going to tell you something." So I sat back and I listened. And he says, "Stroker, when you get to college, you're going to Illinois State, right?" I said, "Oh, yeah, I'm going to Illinois State. Roll Birds, baby." One time, another alma mater there. He said, "You know, when you go to parties and you go here and you go there, when you get to Illinois State, a lot of people are going to offer you a lot of things. And I need you to live by this motto. Just say yes." And I thought, okay, I can rock with that. So I went to college, and every drug I was offered, every drink I was offered, every party, every girl, every this, I said yes. I said, sign me up, just say yes. But why do I tell you that? Because post-college, I've refined it a little bit more. I don't do the drinking and the drugging and the chasing the girls and running all over the place, but I do still live by the just say yes principle. Now, sometimes I might need a little coaching, a little coaxing, if you will, and a kick in the pants, as the story I told about Swirl forcing my hand and continually pushing me out the door at Harris. But for the most part of my life, I've always just said yes. And you know, me and Deez have gone on a lot of trips together. We've gone Kansas, we've gone Missouri, we've gone Wisconsin, we've gone all types of places together. And he said to me the last time, you know, I'm just so grateful we get to go on these trips together. All I do is just operate by what you said. Just say yes. Anytime I ask these, "Hey, you want to hop in the car?" We'll go, "Yeah, sure, fuck it, why not?" He finds everything out later, right? And it's the same as pursuing your passions, right? Just say yes. Just say, "I'm going to take the leap of faith. I'm going to get after it, and I'm going to figure out everything else later," right? And what's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen if you say yes to that opportunity, yes to that relationship, yes to that investment? Well, it could fail. You could get a brand new chance to flourish, but they can't take your birthday. They can't take your birthday. So even if you say yes, you go through, you fall flat on your face, you learn something, it becomes a lesson. You can't fail. They can't take your birthday. And I suppose there's another side of this coin too, because when you say yes, sometimes you got to say no. Sometimes no is a complete sentence. And I don't think enough people operate in that mindset. Most of the times when it comes to saying, "Yo, that doesn't agree with what I believe in. Yo, I ain't got the time to do that," they can't just say, "No, that doesn't work for me." They got to give a long explanation of, "No, well, my grandma, and you see the way my bank account's set up, and you know, if I go over here and this," no is a complete sentence, right? operate in binary code. Ones and zeros. Yeses and nos. Binary code. There's no other option. Well, maybe, I don't know. Ring in the hands in between the gray. It could be black. It could be white. I don't know. But no. Life is black and white. Yes and no. Operate in that mindset. Somebody gives you an opportunity. You operate in binary code. It either opens the door or it closes it. It's that simple. That's why we say life is easy even when it's hard. It's not complicated. Just say yes or just say no. Whatever works for you, and then there you will go. Who's to say, who's to know? What do you think about saying yes, War One?
Buddy, I say yes to a lot of things. And okay, so the other day, and again, I told you guys hey, one door closes, one door opens. It's hell in the hallway. Well, I'm in the hallway, just so you know. I'm proverbially in the hallway right now. So let me tell you. So I've been looking at all kinds of stuff, and it's funny what we put in your path when you're in the hallway. I saw a video the other day of a guy that met Jay Leno on the streets, and it was pretty neat. It was pretty cool to see, and he was asking him some questions. It was all the regular stuff. Hey, Jay, how's things going? What watches do you like? All this. And then he goes, hey, what advice would you give the younger you? Jay kind of sat back and he goes, it's a good one. What I would say is this. Say yes to the job and figure out what it pays later. If you're any good, you're going to make some money. Whoa. Yes. Okay. Whoa. Most people, before they even get a job, they're like, hold on. Do I get vacation? How much are you going to pay me? Wait a minute. Do I have to do this or that? I mean, wait a minute. Where do I go to work? All that? No, just say yes and figure it out later. And I think that's a big, big lesson. I think Jay, obviously, he's a smart guy. This guy's got some amazing cars. So, he's got quite a fortune. Plus, you've seen him. Everybody knows him. He's a household name. But when he says, I would have told my younger self to say yes, don't worry about it. I bet there was times when he went back and he didn't say yes, or when he did say yes, he was really anxious about what was going to happen, and he didn't trust himself to do better. So I think there's a lot to learn in that. As you're going through every day, there's a lot of things that you can say yes to that won't hurt you, that will grow you, that will challenge you every single day to do something better for yourself, or it'll challenge you to learn something, or maybe do a new skill, or get outside that comfort zone, maybe jump off that cliff. Who knows? But you said it. No is power. I love that. No is, oh, look, here he goes. He's jumping. No is power, right? So you said no is a complete sentence. I love that. Last night I was out dinner with quite a few people, and I haven't been drinking that much. As you guys know, I'm on my journey, so I'm really not drinking that much. Don't get me wrong. I do like me a little vodka with my friends. That's something I like. But at the same time, I've not been one day a week, maybe at most. So last night somebody says to me, hey, I thought you were my vodka buddy. And I said, generally I am, but now, not tonight. And they were really sad about it. Oh man, I was ready to have a couple of them. I'm like, nope, I'm literally going to have this iced tea and this salmon right here, and I'm going to be good to go. There's a lot of power in that. There's power in no. No doesn't always have to mean, hey, I don't want you. No means, you know what? I know what's best for me, and this is not it. Like Cap said, he said yes to a lot of things that were happening in college. Hey, we all said a lot of things that, especially in college. Hey, trust when I tell you, I said yes to all the things that I shouldn't have. So that's why, me in college, we didn't get along. So just going to throw that out there. So, hey, all I would say is you have to say yes. You have to be prepared to say yes. There's going to be things you have to say yes to today that you didn't expect to say yes to. So forget about the outcome. Surrender the outcome. Just figure out what it is you need to do, start the process, and let's move forward. Because if you're not saying no and it's not going to stop you from growing, then the answer is always what, Cap? I mean, come on, bro. What is it?
YES. Yes. Who's to say, who's to know? And sometimes, man, it'll get you in trouble.
It will. It'll absolutely get you in trouble.
It'll put you in a tight spot. It'll say, oh, shit, maybe I shouldn't have said yes to that. But, quote I said yesterday, the rock bottom, the valleys of life will teach you things that the mountaintops never could. You're not going to fail if you don't fucking try. If you don't say yes, if you don't at least see what you can do, right? And I love what you talked about. You talked about drinking. Man, I've really cut it out too. Average 28-year-old, that shit don't happen, right? It's how fast can we get off of work on Friday and go to the bar, and then Saturday and then Sunday. Oh my gosh, it's the week again, and I got to go back to work. And holy shit, I feel so hungover, and I finally feel good by Wednesday. And oh, happy hour on Thursday, and oh, drinking it on Friday. And oh, Saturday, well, oh, Sunday, I feel so bad. Oh no, Monday, oh, I got to work again. Why do you want to be in that cycle? We all know hangovers are a bitch. We all know it gets worse as you get older. So why do you keep acting like it's not going to? Why do you waste half of your day nursing a liquid IV, hoping to bring yourself back to life and end up just throwing the covers over your head anyway? Just because you said, ooh, maybe you're saying yes to the wrong things. Maybe you're not saying yes to the right things. Maybe you are just saying yes, but maybe you're still locked in that college mindset. You know, something funny we used to say in college is it's partying when you're in college. When you graduate, you're an alcoholic. That's a slap in the fucking mouth. How about that? And I got a lot of buddies that are fucking alcoholics. And I'll tell you right now, they ain't missed a Friday. Well, not buddies. They're acquaintances now. Because these are the guys that didn't believe in this. They don't believe in this right here. And I might talk about that a little bit later on in the show. But they just waste their time. They waste their life. They waste their energy. They waste their effort. And it's because they say yes to the wrong things. They don't have that yes and no meter, and they say yes to the wrong things, no to the right things, and then they wonder while they're living in this shit why they can't ever find the right things. And then you got the people like we talked yesterday who are doing the right things and keep getting smashed with the wrong things, saying why the fuck do they live such an easy cake, simple life? It's always rainbows, puppy dogs, and unicorns for them. Yeah, because all they're doing is getting fucked up and doing nothing and have no drive, no ambition, nothing to look forward to in life, Swirl.
Bro, you're ringing all kinds of bells over here. One of the things that people have a problem with is they literally look at yes as, hey, if I say yes, they'll like me. If I say yes, I'm going to make a friend. If I say yes, I'll be included in the group, right? That's the worst thing you could possibly think. And let me tell you right now, if the people that you're hanging out with and the things that you're doing aren't accepting you as who you are, they're not going to accept you any better with a drink in your hand. I'm just going to tell you that, you know, and just going to throw that out there, right? It's just going to amplify who you are. Now, don't get me wrong. There's times to celebrate. Absolutely. You see the Yankees just, went to the postseason. Of course, they're going to pop some champagne. That's a good reason, right? However, back to what Cap said, you graduate from being a partier to become a professional drunk. And now all of a sudden, here we are, showing up on the weekends, still doing the same thing, celebrating what? In college, you were celebrating the fact that you passed your midterm, you passed your final, you did something here, you went and won the game, whatever it was, right? But now, you haven't been playing any games that everybody's been watching. The only tests you've had are ones you failed because you're not paying attention. Everybody around you is going, well, wonder when this guy's going to get his shit together. And you're like, hey, hold on, I got it, I'm good, I figured it out, right? Hey, no. Hey, going to tell you, yes is a scary proposition. It can totally ruin you and it can totally fix you. The one thing I will say about people who say yes, there comes a point where they say yes to a lot of things to get to where they are, but then they realize when they get there, they're like, okay, wait. If I say yes any more than this right here, I'm at a point where it could drop me. So I got to start saying no because, hey, I'm spread too thin. We talked about that before. Right? Hey, I've got too much on my plate, or hey, these things have to happen before I do anything else. So that's where I'm going to start, is right there on those. So when you say no, really what you're saying is yes to your freedom, yes to your success, yes to the things that you need to do to grow you. Last night, my whole body said, guess what? I'm tired. I'm done. Hey, I just ate this big salmon. It's been a long day, whatever. I didn't want to go to the gym. I didn't want to come there. And you know what I said to myself? You are not going to sit here and act like you can't hit that gym. It's right there. You get down there, you start, you're going to be good. I even heard my own message. 10 minutes. Just try it for 10 minutes. And guess what? I went crazy. Now, again, I would fail 75 hard because I forgot to post. I even took a picture and I didn't post it, but that doesn't mean that I didn't do it. So my point being is that it takes a lot of yeses to become successful. It takes a lot of yeses to learn what's good, what's bad, what your passions are. But once you get there, it takes a lot of no's to keep them.
I tell you what, the gym, man, it ain't been easy lately. I ain't been taking my pictures. I've been forgetting my videos because I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I'm in that plateau state. Like I am in a thick. Like I finally got to 160. The weight finally went up. Things are feeling good. I told you guys my story about failing on 315 yesterday. That's where everything is. My weight is not going in and grabbing the 20s and let's go to work. My weight is going in, let's go grab the 80s and let's go to fucking war. That's what my shit is. And I don't want to do it. Half the time, oh my gosh, but I know I'm that strong. And I know the only way to get stronger is to keep picking up heavier things in order to make me better. That's the only way I get better. People will come in week after week once they hit 225, and then they will load 225 on the bar again and again and again and again and do their 4 reps, re-rack it, and go to the opposite end of the gym. They will never try to go for 315. They hit their goal. They hit their peak. They see that other mountain. They know they could probably get there, but they know how much work it took to get to this one. So why the hell would I go to that one? And that's the exact same thing with so many people pursuing their passions. They have an opportunity to get stronger. They have an opportunity to get more, to pursue more, to be more, to do more. You could always be more because you can do more. But people don't want to do more. They hit the goal, they hit the spot, and they say, you know what, I'm good. I'm done and dusted, right? And I love what you talked about. If I say yes, I'll be included. Oh, man. How bad do we just want to be seen as humming beans? We just want to be with a friend group. We just want to be surrounded by people that appreciate us, right? And unfortunately, sometimes that leads us saying yes to the wrong people and being associated with people who should be acquaintances. Hell, they shouldn't even be acquaintances. They should be so far away from what you do because they're sucking every ounce of energy out of you. You shouldn't even be around them. And sometimes you're going to want to be included and you're going to send those texts and then they're going to ghost you. Hey, I raised my hand experience. I've been there, done that. And I'll tell you what, it hurts. It doesn't feel good. You think you had these friends and you got these guys or these gals that you thought you had your back and you could party with and this and that. Next thing you know, the text stopped. And you text them and there's no text back. And you sit there and you get pissed off and you fester, but you got to let that go. You got to let that go because I'll tell you what, don't you dare starve with people that you wouldn't eat with and vice versa. Don't eat with people that you wouldn't starve with. Don't sit around with people that aren't going to push you forward, people that are dragging you back down the mountain. If they don't include you, it's because you're not meant to be included. That's not your calling. God's trying to tell you, get the hell away from them. I'm trying to put barriers in your path to help you see that you need to go this way while they're all going this way, and you quit listening to me. I sent you a helicopter, a boat, a cruise liner, and you just kept sitting on the doggone edge of your roof asking me to save you until the water came all the way up to your neckline and drowned you. So now what? Are you just going to keep failing? Are you just going to keep saying no? Are you just going to keep sliding down the mountain, keep surrounding yourself with the wrong people? I mean, we tell you the secrets to this thing called life. So, one, all they got to do is apply the shit.
Bro, I'm telling you, it is so easy. And I love what Kim's saying right there. If you're not thriving in your friend group, change your playmates in your playground. Such a good point because I was telling you guys a while back, it was probably 2 or 3, now it's probably a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. I literally felt like I got deleted from my group chat. And I had a group chat of a bunch of friends, a bunch of people. And when I found out that there was turmoil in that chat and everybody had kind of dissipated over a bad business deal, if you will, right? Horrible way to end friendships, right? But at that same time, I remember talking to a few people and saying, look, I'm not part of those friend groups anymore. I don't know where I'm really at in this area. You know, he calls me the president of St. Louis. I kind of laugh. I know people everywhere. But when I go to call somebody, it's on one hand. That's it. These are the people I can call. I know exactly who they are. And if you received a call from me in the last 4 days, you're on the hand. Just let me tell you right there. So other than that, I don't talk to anybody else after that. Those people that took me out of that friend group, took me out of that text stream, and they didn't really take me out. They just stopped texting. So it wasn't a me thing. It was an all of them thing. But it's funny because when I had the conversation the other day with somebody that was in that group, they said, look, it's crazy how things will change. People will change. And, you know, you just kind of have to keep working on your own self. You got to keep moving forward and don't worry about it. And, you know, I talked to Motion about it the other day too. And it's funny when life changes, God has a way of telling you beforehand, these aren't your people. This ain't your place. Oh, by the way, don't get too comfortable over here because I've got plans for you, right? That it's funny how those things happen. And so you have to watch out for what you put out in the world, what you say no to, what you say yes to. I used to say yes to everything these people would say. Hey, we're going to go and take this drive. Great, I'm there. Hey, we're going to go to do this. Great, I'm there. Hey, brunch? Yes, right? All of that. I was always yes. Now, that text come through, I promise you there's something going out. It's an N-O. No, not going. Why? I'm busy. I have things going on. My life is crazy. I'm in the hallway right now, and you don't have any idea. Nor, and I wrote this down, nor do I need to explain myself to you. I don't have to tell you why I don't interact anymore. If you don't know, that's on you. We're all grown-ass adults. If you don't know what you did, then I don't need to explain it, right? Exactly. Malka, no to them, yes to you. That's what I'm doing right now. And I tell you, that's the reason why my physique is where it is right now. And you guys might not see it, but I promise you, I've got a six-pack back. I've got it. It's right here. I see it every day. I'm so proud of myself for it. You know, it's something that if I would not have said no so many times over the past 6 months, this wouldn't be here. And I'm really excited about, and I'm starting to get really excited about what the next year is going to look like, because 2025 is going to be a barn burner. And I mean that. We're going to really turn up the heat on a lot of things. I've got a lot of work to do. I got a lot to prove. I know Cap's trying to make something happen. I know we've got a lot of things in front of us that look like hurdles, obstacles, maybe pitfalls, maybe even, I don't know, landmines. But, you know, we're going to navigate all that. We're going to push through that because, you know what? I'm saying yes to this show. I'm saying yes to me. I'm saying yes to Cap. I'm saying yes to DHMG, GACC, and those things, those 5 things I keep talking about. Those are things I'm saying yes. I'm carrying them all the way through 2025.
150%, man. And, you know, I think about it like, I don't want to get too deep into the weeds, but, you know, there's some people trying to shut down what we do. There's some people trying to take away the Diamond Hand Media Group and everything that we've built and everything that we've worked for. And, you know, I won't let that happen. I won't let that happen.
I'm
I
going to
will
stop you
fight
right there. Hold
tooth and nail.
on.
Go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
going to stop you.
Man.
We're not going to stop what we're doing. They're not going to stop anything. If anything, all it provides is a pivot, right? That's all it is. So at the end of the day, it's not detrimental. So let me just remind you of that. They're never going to stop what we're doing. They don't have the power or energy.
I like that. I like that a lot. I like that box to box. I like that a lot right there. No, they don't have the fucking power or energy. They don't have people who have gotten tattoos on their arms and the brand because of how much it means to them. They don't have people that show up every day wanting to change the world and get 1% better. They don't have people who are super soldiers. They don't have Swirl One or Cap at the helm. They don't know who they've woken up, because those who stand beside me, I respect. Those who stand behind me, I protect. And those who dare to stand in front of me, I show no mercy. Yeah, you might be a little hurt because your SEO fucking sucks and I'm cooking you out of the water. You don't want this fight. You don't. I promise you, we can make it happen one way or another. I got way too many people that would be willing to make this brand continue to push forward regardless of what happens. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't leaving. And it's because of the firm, fixed foundations that we have. The people we have around, those people you just said that you can count them on your hand. I can count my friends. That's about all I need. Probably one, right? It's just, so many people need their fingers and their toes and their eyelashes and every strand of hair. And, oh, I know this person. Who's to say, who's to know? I got to go back to something you said all the way at the beginning. Is it bad to go into business with your friends? I'd argue that it's not. Everybody always says, don't go into business with your friends. Don't do business with your friends. Well, hi, Swirl. Hey, back there, D's. hey, everybody, a part of the Diamond Hand Media Group, and anybody who has got more involved on the team and everything we do. I do business with my friends, but it's because they're true friends. And we're the true versions of ourselves. And we really know each other. And when we fuck up, we're not afraid to call each other on the carpet and say, here's where you're messing up, bub. Try it this way. And we know it's not in malice. We know it's not trying to hurt us. We know it's trying to push us forward. But if you have acquaintances, you think they're your friends, but then you say, hey, man, we got to get to business, bro. What the fuck? Let's go, dog. We got to make this happen. Come on. What's up? And they get their feelings hurt. Because you get a little hot, hey, let's go. Come on, we got to get to work. It's just business, baby. They're not your friends anyway. They're not your business partners anyway. You didn't need to work with them anyway. If they can't handle the heat, tell them to get the fuck out the kitchen. We don't need you around anyway, baby. You could, hey, like Motion says, you couldn't handle a souffle line on a Saturday night. Get out of my kitchen, man. I don't need you around here, baby. Get the fuck from around me, huh? Come on, one time.
Man, Motion's right about that too. And I say the same thing. A lot of people act like, hey, how do you do that? How do you do this? You know what? I do it because I believe in myself, and I don't say no to the things that are going to grow me. And I don't say yes to the things that are going to hurt me. I'm sorry. Yes, that's correct. I said that right. Please forgive me. Yeah. Hey, it's still early. Left, right. Yeah. But to that point, I literally have a pretty good compass when it comes to what I need to do. And I know when I'm over my head, but even when I'm over my head, I find a way. And that's why somebody said the other day, hey, when they give you lemons, you make lemon meringue pie. That's somebody that said that to me. They didn't say, hey, you make lemonade. They said you go way further than that. And I have in life, whether I was homeless, living in my car, gosh, you name it. I've had so much shit happen to me. I never gave up. And there was a lot of things I had to say yes to in order to get out of those areas. But at the same time, there was a lot of things I had to say no to that were pulling me back to those areas. And it's happened over and over and over again. And to that point, we wake up every single day destined for greatness, one way or another. I know where I'm going when I'm done. Cap knows where he's going. So at the end of the day, the greatness is coming. All we got to do is fulfill what we're doing right now every day. We got to step in the right path, do the right things, and make sure that we're bringing up everybody around us on a daily basis. Because you know what? I don't want to leave anybody behind. That's like I said this morning when I started the show. Hey, if you see somebody that's down today, why wouldn't you say, hey, how do you start your day? Why wouldn't you start that conversation? What's wrong with that? Oh, well, this, that. Hey, do me a favor. Even while you're getting ready or whatever, put this podcast on right now and just tell me how you feel at the end of the day. Just listen to one. I don't care which one. Just pick one and press play. Tell me how you feel at the end of the day, and let's talk about it later in the day. I promise you, I guarantee you they're going to get something out of it, and they might even appreciate it. Thank you for it, and you're going to feel better because you're not leaving anybody behind either.
150%, man. Holy smokes.
Most
What a
powerful
way to
thing you
start
can
the show.
do is select your friends wisely. That's right. Hey, and don't be afraid to cut
So-
them out your life when they fail.
So, now that we're on this topic and you got a couple of minutes left, I really want to watch this video. I really want to watch this video now. I want to get your perspective on it. I saved one for tomorrow. There was one that I was going to bring today, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is Swirl One. I can't bring it today. I got a holy...
Better spin it, D's.
Bro, now that you talk about this, we got to get... Okay. So everybody, hang on tight. Hold on. We keep this proverbial show car drifting around the corners of change as we dive into the second segment of the day. It's time for your Reaction Refinery. I just could not help myself. You started going down the rabbit hole, and I said, oh my gosh, this is like, what the fuck? This is perfect. So we're going to start with the fourth clip. It was supposed to be the fourth clip today, but it is going to be the first clip we watch. It is entitled Band of Brothers, and it is from our good friend, Bedros Killian. Who's to say who's to know?
Ruin their lives is that they don't... Thing number 7 that men do to ruin their lives is that they don't keep a brotherhood of like-minded men around them. They don't have a band of brothers. They are not part of a tribe. The thing that men do that really ruins their life is that they live like an island. You act like a lone wolf. You are not meant to be a lone wolf. You are not meant to be an island. You are meant to find like-minded dudes who share your core values. Because if you're like, dude, these are my core values, these are my non-negotiables, this is how I roll in life. I'm an extreme, unreasonable, impatient motherfucker that wants to make a lot of money, be fit and jacked, be self-actualized and self-disciplined, and do a lot of good for humanity. And I find other dudes like that to connect with. That's my tribe. That's my band of brothers. That is the brotherhood that I belong to.
Bro, I can't even tell you. Massive, real talk right there. So it's something no matter what I've tried to do in my entire life, somebody has always said, hey, get with people that know better than you. find a mentor, find somebody who can teach you that knows more than you do, right? All of that goes along with the Band of Brothers. And what I'll say is, there's people everywhere where I've had groups of people throughout all the different cities I've lived, but you know who stayed with me? Those like-minded people, the Band of Brothers. I've got a guy named Sev that lives out of Cleveland. One of the best dudes ever. As a matter of fact, he's a great tattoo artist. He actually tattooed MGK's back. So if you know MGK and you got the big back piece, he did that piece. Well, he did my back too. So the guy's amazing. But let me tell you something. I literally watched him change his whole life in 5-6 years, from being just a tattoo artist to owning the actual shop. You know what he told me one day, and it was probably 2 or 3 years ago. He said to me, and I wasn't even living there. He was talking to me on the phone. He says, "Hey, I appreciate you, man. You're one of my best friends. And I'll tell you this." And you wouldn't expect this. This is a really, really big, menacing black dude, man. I'm telling you, just a really got face tats. And I mean, he's just a big, burly dude. You wouldn't think that me and him are homeboys. Like, you know what I mean? But we're down. And he said, "Hey, I just got to say, I appreciate the inspiration." He goes, "Because I saw what you were doing. And I remember saying to myself, hey, if Swirl could do it, why can't I?" And now let me tell you, this guy's talking about buying an S7, just bought a house. When I first met him, he was driving an old ragged truck. I mean, I'm just telling you, the people that are around you that become your Band of Brothers don't mind you saying no to things. Don't mind you spending more time at work. Don't mind you doing all that kind of stuff, because you know what? They know they are going to reap the benefits of having that strong person around them. There's a lot of people around you that won't do those same things, and they're looking for the easy way out. And they're looking for the weekend to go drink and that kind of thing. I want people around me that know better. Hey, I want to learn music. Guess what? I need to have people around me who know music better than I do, right? Because I'm going to learn from them. How am I supposed to learn sitting here in my own? I only know what I know. I don't know what I don't know. And you know who knows that? Somebody like Cap, right? Somebody like Sev, right? Somebody like Malka. Those are the people that know what I need to know. So I need to keep them around, because if it's going to help my life, I've got to keep those people in my spots.
I knew that would trip a couple triggers.
Sorry, I fired up. That was a good one.
That's why I had to get into it. I knew it was going to trip some triggers with where you were at, dude. And it's just, I love what Bedros said. He talks about, man, I'm a high energy, passionate, fucking crazy motherfucker who wants to do great things and change the world and be a badass and lift heavy weights and be shredded. Fuck, hey, hello, that's me. And that's Swirl, and that's D's, and that's everybody that's a part of this right here. Point blank, that's our tribe. That is our band. Look how everybody has leveled themselves up physically. As soon as at the top, we just started saying, you know what, fuck it, we got to change. We got to make a move. We got to start taking this more seriously. And then everybody slowly down through the hierarchy of the company, it's just got bigger and better, faster and stronger. It has been amazing to see. And I'll be the first to tell you, I'm a lone wolf. I love to do things on my own. And here's the thing. I talk a lot with Swirl. I talk a lot with D's. I get a lot of perspective from people, but they can't fight my battles for me. They can't go on the battlefield for me. I got to go catch the flaming arrows. I got to crack them over my knee. I got to risk being pierced through. But guess what? When I get through that battle at the end of the day, I can go walk back to base camp, and I got a bunch of warriors saying, hey, motherfucker, how'd that fight go?
Man, you look pretty good. Here, let me get that out of you.
Hey, I saw you out there. Let me get that. Oh, shit. Okay, you be all right. Let's patch you up. You be all right, sweetheart.
All right, little alcohol on it.
You be okay. Look, hey, look, get the maze. Get the maze. Who's to say? Who's to know? Hey, little grown-ups for you. Get the maze. It's amazing.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, shit. All right, well, before we go any further on today's Reaction Refinery, Swirl One's got to hit a heart out. He's got some meetings this morning, some things to take care of. So, DJ Swirl One, you got any final thoughts, questions, reminders, perspectives, anything for episode 579?
It pains me to leave. But I have to do it, man. Hey, here's the thing. I've got a lot of things to conquer today. I am going to get back to the HQ this afternoon, and I really got to go out there today and show the best opportunity to this world of who Swirl One is and what I'm doing. And this is the best way to start my day. If I didn't start here, I wouldn't be on the right foot. I wouldn't have the same energy. Somebody said yesterday when they saw me, hey, man, when did you wake up? I said 5 o'clock. And they looked at me like, oh, I could tell. I'm like, yeah, I'm up, bro. I'm awake. I'm alive. Are you kidding me? I didn't walk in that room like, I was like, yo, what's going on? And did some push-ups right there in front of them. They were like, what? I'm like, hey, man, this is real. So all I would say is today, bring your best self to everything you do today. Everything. Bring your best self. Don't be afraid to say yes to the things that grow you. Say no to the things that hurt you. And here's the thing. If you're uncomfortable today, what you said yes to is probably the right thing. It's probably the right thing to say yes to. Shout out to Ted Logan. Hey, good to see you again. But that's what I would say. Make sure that you're always trying to keep your goals in front of you and the people that will help you, not even help you, but at least support you in those goals with you as well. Because there's people out there everywhere. They don't want to see you succeed because it just shows how much they're not doing. So while you're in here, take in all that, right? Start writing things down. Take it with you throughout your day. I write my stuff down every day and I take it with me. I take a picture of it and put it on my phone. So that's what I'm telling you guys. Life is grand. Things are great. Shout out to Cap. Guys, I'm going to go and kick some ass today. So appreciate you. DZ too, wherever you are, bro. I'll love you.
Shout out to 101. We appreciate you, man. Thanks for all the perspective. Thanks for all the great insights. We're going to miss you these last
I know. I'm kind
half
of
hour. So we only got a half hour, so it's okay.
I'll be there. Hey, I'll be there tomorrow. No big deal. Hey, and I'll be back in the studio, so we'll have some
we'll have some shit. Okay, all right. We'll be back in a full production experience. All right, 201. All right. Rush it today, man. We'll catch you.
Have a great day, everyone. We'll see.
Peace and love, brother. And away he goes. There's DJ Swirl 1. Well, now I guess you're just stuck with me, you chicken suckers. Hey, hey, you know, Swirl 1 brings that dad energy, right? We got to kind of keep it. We got to keep it kind of. Hey, when dad's away, the monkeys will play, baby. Let's fucking go. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! I'm just kidding. Who's to say? Who's to know? Oh, shout out Swirl 1. We appreciate the hell out of that guy. I can't tell you guys enough, man. Now that he ain't on the show and he ain't in the back, I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate that, man. And he ain't lying. He's in the hallway right now, and I'm in the hallway too. And it makes it so much easier to make it through the hallway when you got guys who know the value of when one door closes, another door opens, but sometimes it's hell in the hallway. Just to go back to the Band of Brothers, it's so important to have people who you can just call, who when shit's just hitting the fan and you don't know the answers and you can't find the resources, just to call and be able to say, yo, this is where I'm at, bro. This is how I'm feeling. This is what's going on. This is what's happening. I need you. I need you, man. What do you think? And sometimes that person is just a soundboard. They're just somebody who you can bounce thoughts off of, and they don't even give you any advice. They're just somebody who's there to listen. How many of those people do you have? Somebody who you can just call and they're just going to listen. They're not going to say shit, not give you any advice. I got a lot of those people. Those people are real valuable. Don't let them go. Who's to say, who's to know? But we keep this proverbial show train steaming on down the tracks towards Change Station as we get into the second video clip of the day here on the Reaction Refinery. We're going to say hello to a friend of the program, hopefully a guest of the program in some future days. The one, the only, burn the boats, motherfucker! Who's going to carry the boats? Mr. David Goggins is telling us how to control your brain.
It's the most powerful weapon in the world. Once you put away your phones and your computers and all that shit we have nowadays, yeah, that's great. We're up to date. But your brain is the only thing you have when you're going through depression, when you're going through hard times, when you're going through death, real life shit. You can't Google that shit, man. You're alone. You're alone. You may have a shrink you're going to. You may have a best friend you're going to. But there's 24 hours in the day where you're alone in this brain. And your brain is talking to you in all kind of ways. And it wants to control you and pull you in these different pockets. If you can't control your own brain and your brain controls you, you're fucked. You got to tell your brain where you want to go and how you want to go and how you want to get there. You got to control it. If not, it's over.
If you don't control your brain, you're fucked. It is so true what he just talked about. I've mentioned it a million times. How many people wake up in the morning, barely even pop their head off the pillow, don't even swing their legs over the edge of the bed, and the Rolodex of the mind is already going, well, if I do this and I could do this, and oh, I got this meeting today and I got to go talk to this person, and well, if Sally does this, and if George does this, and if Bobby does this, and I don't know, blah, 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 blah. Head about to pop off of their body and they ain't even got out of bed yet. right? Put their toes into the ground and that brain starts going crazy. I read a quote the other day. The brain is a magnificent muscle. It starts working the moment you wake up and it doesn't stop until you make it into the office. Huh? How about that? The moment that you need to put it into work, you can't remember anything. You can't remember why you walked into that room. You can't remember why you're having this conversation. It's not because you're dumb. It's not because you're stupid. It's not because you have a hard time remembering things. It's because your brain is controlling you, not the other way around. You need to control your brain if you want to have any control over this life. And how do you do that, right? And yeah, Cap, it's so easy. You just say control your brain. Well, I can say it because I've done it. I've been through it. I've worked on it over and over and over again. And I've shared a book in the Gateway, and I'll share it right here, right now, that has helped me embrace the presence mindset, one moment at a time, and learning to control my brain. It's by Eknath Easwaran, and it's called Take Your Time, Slowing Down in This Life. And it teaches you so many great things. And one of the biggest things that will help you control your brain is being in the present moment. When you're washing the dishes, wash the dishes. When you're walking the dog, walk the dog. Right? What does that mean? When you're walking the dog, feel the leash in your hand. Feel the tension of the leash from you to the dog. Hear the scratching of the nails on the pavement. Hear the panting of your animal. Listen to the sounds of the birds. A big, deep, fresh breath of air. Oh, wow. The sun rays beaming on your face. You can feel it. You're in the present moment. Little do you know, you are controlling your brain. You are forcing your brain to be on the present moment, to be on every little thing. When you're washing the dishes, smell the soap. Hear the clang of the fork against the plate. Hear the scrub of the dish scrubber, the sponge scrubbing against whatever you're hitting, right? Feel the warmth of the water on your hands. That is being in the moment. That is controlling your brain. And the better you can control your brain in those small things, and you don't wobble, right? When you're walking the dog, you ain't got your phone out and scrolling through X, right? When you're washing the dishes, you ain't got a little podcast going on and oh shit, I left a bunch of shit on that plate. Oh, let me put that away. No, you're right here, right now. And the more you work on that in the little things, washing the dishes, walking the dog, taking a shower, when those big things come up of life and you really have to control your brain, or it just might pop right the fuck off your body and you'll be running around like a chicken with your head cut off, it's going to be easier. It's going to be simpler to make it through those times, and it's going to take a whole hell of a lot less effort to actually control your brain. If you can't control your brain, you are fucked. So learn to do it now. No. Shout out. My guy Live Dog, that's his favorite right there. The one time for the one time. You control your brain doesn't control you. It's a muscle just like every other one. As long as you train it. Hey, the brain is a magnificent muscle. You better believe it. As long as you train that muscle, it will work for you. Who's to say, who's to know? But my friends, we have more clips to get through. I don't have any breaks or anybody here to fill in the bubble, so you're just going to have to watch me drink a little water for a moment. Hey, sit down. Everybody sit down, relax. We got more show. Everybody relax. The third clip of the day, my friends, is one that I really like. Stumbled upon it late last night, and it features friend of the program, Alex Hormozy, hopefully a future guest of the program, Kevin Hart, and hopefully also a future guest of the program, one Mr. Andy Frisella. Hey, got to wrap up for the First Forum one time. Got a little 1P on the chest today. Shout out Andy and the entire First Forum family. These three gentlemen are going to tell us that you're crazy.
That's what's painful, is that it takes more effort to start in the beginning, and more people are right about the fact they're like, hey, you're not going to hit it big. And guess what? A month in, you're not. But they're only measuring on months. And at 6 months, you're also not going to hit it big yet. And they're going to be like, I'm still fucking right. And at a year, you're still not going to hit it big. And they'll still be fucking right. And every day that you haven't hit it, they're going to feel like they were right. But they're wrong, because they're measuring in days and you're measuring in decades.
That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
You know, when you're built different than everybody else and you have this desire for more and this desire for achievement and this desire to win, everybody else looks at you like you're fucked up. And they'll tell you that too. You know, what the is wrong with you? Like, why can't you just relax? Why can't you just do this? Why can't, because I'm just not built that way, man.
They're right until they're wrong. Hermosi hit it right there at the beginning, right? You're not going to make it in 6 months, in a year, and maybe not 3 years, and maybe not 5 years. And yeah, they're right until they're wrong. Because every single person that's going to tell you you're crazy doesn't have the drive you have, doesn't have the passion you have, can't see a vision that no one else can see. What the Russ quote, I just pulled up the lyrics, right? While all these dummies comment about how they do it if they were in my position, but you're not. You're mediocre, and you lack the ambition. Plus, you lack the persistence, not to mention the intrinsic motivation that it takes to even chase after a vision that only you can see, that only you believe. So watch your tone. You're not even you enough to fuck with me. Come on. That's what we're talking about right here. You're crazy. It takes a little bit of delusion. It takes thinking that you've already made it, that you're the best in the world, that, you know, I wake up every morning thinking I'm the best podcaster. And I would argue, my friends, that anybody on our level, there's nobody that does it better than me and Swirl One. And I'll talk that sweet shit. Because there's nobody in coming up in the motivational lanes, right? There's people who have made it, quote unquote, and then they slide into some motivational podcast or whatever. Now they're a motivational speaker. This is what we do. And if you can do something better than anyone else, then they will pay you for it. And I know we are doing the right things because we show up on this show and we start talking that sweet shit and we go back and forth and we get fired up. And then I go watch somebody else that I look up to, a Chris Williamson and Andy Frisella and Alex Hermosi, these guys that I show you. Why do you think I show you these guys? Because and gals, they are the ones I look up to. They are who I get the passion and the drive from. And if I can get it from them, so can you. If I can continue to level up, continue to take my life to the next level, so can you. It's all right to be crazy. It's all right to be obsessed. We just set the example here. There's nobody that's even close to what we're doing. And when I go and I watch somebody else that's doing it, they're saying the same things, maybe in a little different tone or a little different light. And as I've said before, there's nobody who says even a 2-year-old can make an excuse. Even a dead fish can go with the flow. All these great presence, peace, patience, perseverance, and perspective. Oh, Matt, how you living? All these great things that we continually talk about. There's nobody else doing that. And I'm crazy for this. I'm mad for this because I said it a little while ago. There are people who are not my band of brothers, who I thought were, who were around me, but they didn't believe in this. I'm crazy to them. They see me on YouTube. They know what I'm doing. Hey, hi, good to see you. And they think I'm fucking wild. They think this is stupid. They think it's never going anywhere. Well, I'll tell you what I've told everybody before. Go pop some popcorn, bud. Get your 3D glasses and make sure you're back in time for the credits to roll because you ain't going to want to miss this show. I promise you that. This is my passion. This is my purpose. We are in this for the long haul. I don't care if it takes a year, another 3 years, another 5 years, another 10 years. I don't give a damn. I don't care what battle I have to fight. I don't care if people want to take away the Diamond Hand Media Group name. I don't give a fuck. You do not want to go to war with me because I have lost my fucking mind. I have become obsessed. I have become absolutely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for what I do every single day. This shit right here means the world to me. I will walk 500 miles across glass and take flaming arrows to the chest just to make sure this shit keeps going forward. Just to make sure everybody that bets on me and bets on that family has a chance to break out of the matrix and become better than they were right now when they first heard my voice. I do this to ensure that everybody has an opportunity to be a super soldier. Whether they want to embrace that or not is on them. I'm not going to ever lead a horse or force a horse to drink, but I'll sure lead you to water. I'll sure show you how deep, wide, and amazing the pool is, but you're the only one that can get on that damn diving board and go jump in and take a swim. We have it here. We are the ones. We are the ones that are talking about this shit that we watch every single day. We're millionaires. They just haven't paid us yet. We are the ones they just haven't noticed yet. And hey, guess what? Guess what? Oh, is Cap mad? Why does he sound all fired up? I'm passionate. Now you can see my face. Now you know where this comes from. You know how much I love you guys. Those of you who show up each and every day in the comment section over there, on socials, on X, on Instagram, in the gateway. You have to know how much you mean to me. You are the only reason I get to show up every single fucking day and say some stupid ass words, put them in a sentence, and hopefully change your life. If I can say one thing that makes you move a muscle in a positive direction, change a thought in a positive direction, then I'm doing my job. You don't understand how valuable and how appreciative I am for all 80 of you viewing right now. But if there was one person in here right now, I would be bringing the same fucking heat. I would be bringing the same passion, because whether it's one person or 1,000 people, I don't change. I am no different. No matter what comes in my path, you guys don't know half the shit that I'm dealing with in the hallway right now, and I still show up. I still bring the fire. I refuse to drag my knuckles. I stand tall. I pull my shoulder back. I draw my line in the sand, and I said, who is dare gonna cross? Because those who stand beside me, I respect. Those who stand behind me, I protect. And those who dare stand in front of me on this line, I will show no mercy.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah! Come on, G's. Fire me up. Ooh, sorry, I just got into a rabbit hole right now. I don't know where all that come from. I kind of just blacked out. Sorry, I just blacked out and went off right there one time for the one time. So, hey, who's to say, who's to know? But, my friends, we have one more video to react to. A little more perspective to stir up. Let's see what we can get from the legend, Terrence Howard. Yeah, that's right, my friend. Some of you may have just recently found out about Terrence Howard with his what a attack on the mathematical industry. Who's to say, who's to know? But this is a clip from Terrence Howard on the Joe Rogan Experience, and it is entitled Peace of God.
Best advice you can give a young man so he can be good, have a successful life. He said, you got to remember, in every person you meet, there's a little piece of God in them, and that's who you talk to. And I added to that, but make sure they see it in you first. So that's what my life principle is about. Make way for life. Please make way for life. Find the peace of God in you and show it.
How easy is it to judge? How easy is it to look somebody up and down that you don't agree with and judge them? How easy is it when you're at the gym and somebody steals your weight or your bench and you look over and fuck you, you motherfucker. Who the fuck do you think you are, you piece of shit? How easy is it to judge somebody in traffic or in line or in the carpool at your kid's school or in the drive-thru at the McDonald's after work? How easy is it to judge somebody? But have you ever thought that each and every one of those people you are judging has a piece of God in them? If that was your creator, if that was Jesus standing right in front of you, would you have that same reaction? Would you have that same judgment? And better yet, you have a piece of God in you. So who are you to judge? If he doesn't judge, who are you? If he doesn't care about the speck sticking in your eye, who are you to go care about somebody else's speck when you have a plank sticking out of yours? Everybody has a little piece of God in them. And if you think about that, every interaction, every moment, every conversation, I'm conversating with the Creator. There's a little piece of God in this person. There's a little piece of God in me, and I need to show the world. I need to show the world who I am and whose I am. Are you doing that? I think about that a lot. I missed the mark on that too. It's so easy to judge. It's so easy to fly off the handle. It's so easy. But if you think about, man, maybe I'm judging the creator. I'm judging one of his gifts. I'm judging one of his best works. Who am I? Who the fuck am I? Who do I think I am? I'm nobody. I'm made by him just like the rest of these people. Yeah, maybe I might not agree with the way they think or the way they move or the way this or that, but maybe that's just what the system has taught them. Maybe they're just so indoctrinated they can't see from behind the curtains. And maybe it's not my job to judge that person because of it. Maybe it's not even my job to wake that person up. Maybe it's just my job to be the light, to just bring the energy wherever I go, to just smile and hold the door, even if that person scowls at me for holding the door. Even if I say, hey, I take tips too, and they don't laugh, I still do it again. I still go and I have those conversations in line. Everybody has a little piece of the creator in them. Communicate like it. Who's to say, who's to know? Well, there you have it, my friends. Your 4 clips of the day. A little band of brothers. You're crazy. Control your brain. And peace of God. Who's to say, who's to know? Yes, you better believe it. You better believe it. One time for the one time. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's such. Sorry, I was just reading the chat. All right. So, my friends, consummate professional D's. Come on. What do you think I'm forgetting? What do you think? My brain falling out of my ears? Come on, kid. We got this. We got this. We're good. Me and D's live in prime time. Murdering Forge and Fuel right now. And we keep this proverbial. It's a dream scenario. We keep this proverbial show cruise liner surfing and drifting through the islands of change as we get into the final segment of the day. Answers from the Anvil. Wow. Man, I'm telling you what, that just gets me fired up right there. That gets me fired up every time that transition hits. All right, my friends, it's time for Answers from the Anvil. I checked the email last night. No emails come in yet. But again, as a reminder, if you do have a question for the show, whether it's business, whether it's mental, whether it's physical, whether it's financial, whatever it might be, send us your email questions to askfnf@thedhmgroup.io, or you can drop them in the live chat, whether you're on YouTube or if you're on X. We see your X comments as well. So if you're on X and you got a question, feel free to drop it in there and we'll pop it up on the screen. But my friends, it's time to dive into the live chat. DEEZY. What do we got, my guy? GM. Today is a solar eclipse. The Ring of Fire. Oh, and bringing the heat today. Who's to say, who's no? I didn't even know that was going on. It's a doggone solar eclipse. Holy shit. We got 2 moons. There's a doggone some inanimate object the size of a fucking city floating through space. Space is gay. Who's to say, who's to know? And it's fake. And, it's just going to magically come here. And like, what type of shit does that make? What type of shit do you know what? This is not my flat earth show. This is not my red pill show, but I ain't afraid to go down the rabbit hole. I'm going to keep it up. I'm going to keep up out of the rabbit hole. We're not going to go down now. I'm sorry. It's just like, what the hell's going on? This is wild times to be alive at Ridgemont High. Who's to say, who's to know? Who else we got? His face is indeed fake and gay. GM, Jeff Oglesby. What's going on, brother? Great morning, FNF fam, says Angel SD. GM. Did we beat Malia, a.k.a. Malka? Everybody was beating Malka. Malka was late to the chat this morning. Shout out, Marco. We appreciate you, brother. From the land down under. What's up, Moon? Sup, dude? Great to see you. Mr. E, great morning, my brother. Man, it's great seeing that profile. I was seeing that profile back at the Door Show days. Great morning, Jared Albright. Always great to see you in here. Doc Dickie D, great morning. G to the M, good sir. Great to see your profile in here. Live Dog. Hey, control your brain. You control your brain. Your brain doesn't control you. Great morning, Live Dog. Appreciate you being in the live chat. Bella Rossi, fantastic morning from Deezy's mama. No way! Deezy's mama in the live chat. Ooh! Hey, we appreciate you. Shout out Mama Snow, youtubomb.com. Thanks for listening in, tuning in. JK Big Time, what's up, brother? No equals breaking cycles. Ooh, we in the business of breaking cycles around the Diamond Hand fam. Yes, sir, Bob. Jason Welch, aka Gator 48. Great morning, all you beautiful people. Great morning to you too, Jay. Appreciate you being in here this morning. Our girl Lucy Love Bomb. I like that name change. Little Lucy Love Bomb. So thankful for community support locally and internationally with the DHMG and GACC. We appreciate you being a part of this family, Luz. youtubomb.com. Thanks for all of your support. What up? What's up? What's going on, Teddy boy? Great to see you in here this morning. Hey, if you guys don't know, you won't know, but that man be putting out some damn good content and podcasts, all types of good shit. And he shouted us out yesterday, made his own doggone post on the timeline. I mean, what the hell's wrong with you, Teddy? You just be showing support left, right, and center. I mean, what you want? Here, let me get out the checkbook. Where's the hey, D's, what did I do with the Diamond Hand checkbook? Hey, well, you're just going to have to get back to me. That's a rain check. It's a rain check. Get back to me on that one. Who's to say, who's to know? Who else we got out there, D's? Jeff Oglesby says, I turned 53 this year. I've seen a lot of people say they got old and can't play the game. I say they quit playing the game, and that's why they got old. Ooh, man. How many people do you know have gotten old, gone to sit in their recliner and retire, and they've just slowly withered away and died? Man, happens too often. Stay active, keep pushing, keep going, keep flowing. Age is only but a number. Who's to say, who's to know? GMGM, Mr. G. Lou in the building. Mr. Metal, great morning, my brother. Hey, look at that shirt. Damn, D's. That be looking good right there, boy. What'd you know about that? Take off your mask before you die. Who designed that graphic? Who came up with that graphic? Who's to say? Who's to know? Great morning. Let's go crush the day. You better believe it, Mr. Metal. Shout out to you, brother. Be present at all times. Toes into the ground. It's why I say it. Oh, Matt. Oh, Matt. Oh, Matt. Oh, Matt. Oh, Matt. One moment at a time. Oh, Matt. 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 One moment at a time. Dadgummit. Stop living your whole fucking day in your head before you even get out of bed, you crazy cannoli. Japers, crapers, you're making life harder for yourself. Shout out, Ted. Appreciate the hell out of you. How can we relax with this much energy flowing, bro? Hey, man, I don't know. I try to keep it low key. I try to relax, but I can't. Sometimes it just happens. You open the door for someone and they don't say thank you. Hey, they may be going through some shit. Who's to say? Who's to know? We all have a backstory, don't we, Mr. SD? Keep up the great work. The show is straight fire. Shout out to you, Mrs. Metal, youthabomb.com. Thanks for being in here this morning. Shout out to all you beautiful humming beings, man. All of you in the live chat over there on YouTube, all of you on X, Facebook, and all of you listening on your favorite audio directory as well. We see you. We appreciate the hell out of you. Thanks for being here today, my friends. I can't thank you enough. Starting your day the right way here at Forge and Fuel, baby. But that's all I got for you. We're going to have a little bit of a shorter show today because obviously we didn't have a whole other guy to give us his perspective during the Reaction Refinery. But I hope you still got some good thoughts. I hope you're still fired up. I hope you're ready to go tackle this Tuesday and turn some obstacles into opportunities, losses into lessons, and what you thought was going to be a failure, just a brand new chance to flourish. But before we go do that, before we go crush this Tuesday, a couple of things I need to remind you. Number one, even a 2-year-old can make an excuse. Number two, even a dead fish can go with the flow. What? And number three, being that this here show is a member of the Diamond Hand Media Group, I ask you keep in mind that DHMG, we don't only HOLD, we hold each other up. And right now is one hell of a time to flex those diamond hands. Shout out to each and every one of you flexing those diamond hands on a day in and day out, night in and night out basis. Appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for all of your support, not only of this show, but of DHMG and this entire family. Thank you for having my back. Thank you for having Swirls back. And most importantly, thank you for having each other's backs. Thank you for being different. Thank you for being the change that we don't only want to see on YouTube or on X or Facebook, but in this entire wide world. Thank you for being the 1%. Thank you for being super soldiers. Thank you for setting the precedent we not only want to see out here, but in this entire world. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you for being that change. Thank you for being the light. Thank you for being the Diamond Hand fam. Appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you. No major late breaking reminders. We'll see you in the gateway today. If you're not already in there, start your 7-day free trial, baby. Become a full-time member of the Diamond Hand fam right now, right here today. Outside of that, no spaces tonight, no crazy things, late breaking, updating. However, been thinking about some red pill stuff, been thinking about some rabbit holes, been thinking about some things we could do. So keep your eyes peeled and your ears open, because who's to say, who's to know where we may go. But I guarantee you, it's going to be electric wherever we catch a flow. But for now, my friends, I bid thee adieu. I ask you to remember that you are kind. You are smart, you are important, and you are loved. Have a terrific rest of your Tuesday morning, because you deserve it. We'll catch you same time, same place. Forge and Fuel, episode 580, tomorrow morning, October 2nd, 2024. But for now, that's it. Who's to say, who's to know? We'll catch you on the flip side. But for now, peace and love.